Representation to me means that not all of our stories are being enacted by one particular racial, gender, or age group.
Representation is something that's really important to me. Obviously, when I'm sitting down to write a story, the story comes first, but something that's kind of my MO as an artist is that when I am creating a cast of characters, I want it to look like the people that are in my life.
Being able to see someone that looks like you, that you can kind of relate to. It's important for little kids as well when they're watching things on TV that they see people that look like them so they have something to aspire to. The Black Ranger, basically my first black superhero that kind of blew my mind. So that was the first time I was like, okay, I can do that too.
One of the first questions I always get is, what are you? That irks me to no end because I am me. Short, Puerto Rican, Italian, and I'm female. I am a person. Why does that have to define me?
When I was young growing up and I didn't have any Asian, especially not Asian American people to look for.
Bruce Lee, but that's about it. And then Jake Long from Jake Long the Dragon. And that's about it.
I felt wrong about everything. I wasn't Asian enough, I wasn't American enough, I wasn't a girl enough.
Seeing people, not just black, white, Hispanic, fitting into these little boxes, I don't fit in those boxes.
It can cause someone to feel forgotten and like there's something just really incredibly wrong about their identity. If there wasn't anything wrong with it, people would be portraying it, people would be showing you what was a possibility for you.
It's really important to see women just being women, strong, powerful. There's something really powerful about not just kicking ass and taking names, having it normalized to be a person in this world. I think that's really important for kids to see that. I think it's really important for other women to see women who are all shapes and sizes, and it's not just about color, it's about everything.
Just educating people, letting people know of like all the different cultures that are out there, the different kinds of people. Being able to have that on film, it just has a unique beauty to it. Just having it in front of you.
I've always appreciated being able to see gay characters in movies. I really appreciated gay movies when I was younger because there was no real opportunity to see gay people otherwise.
Brokeback Mountain, it just felt nice to see somebody else that was like me, and granted they also had to hide, so I also kind of felt that way too when I was, in the closet. So it's just refreshing to see like other people that are like me on camera.
It has sort of evolved from just having a gay character to having a queer character who is just themselves, and it doesn't have to explain it and doesn't have to exist for any reason other than the fact that they're just a person and they exist.
Really being able to see yourself, not just like cliche, tropish kind of roles like the gay best friend,
The tall, slender model,
a feminine villain,
short, funky sidekick.
and especially for me as a bisexual, bisexual representation is very, very low. A bisexual person is just bisexual. It doesn't have to explain. They could just live in this space where they can just be themselves. And actually having someone say the word bisexual, we would like to just hear the words and know that it's okay to be this thing. That representation really means a lot.
I can walk down the street with my boyfriend and have the same rights as my hetero counterparts.
That's kind of the way the world is now, and that's kind of the world I want to live in.
Things are getting better now in Hollywood, but it still is true that when you watch shows that are sci-fi or horror or fantasy at all, they tend to be kind of monochromatic, for no one's learned. And they don't have a lot of LGBTQIA representation, and there's usually not a lot of women that are throwing the heavy punches. So that was really something that I wanted to do with Demonhuntr. I wanted to make sure that it was a show that I would love to watch, but also looked like the world that I live in.
If you can see yourself in a different mirror, then that kind of solves so many problems.
That's an awesome answer.
That was a great answer.
Yeah,
for president.
I know.